Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, Bahrain is full of talents, and tonight we're happy to welcome one such talent. Majd is a poet who conveys powerful visuals through carefully constructed prose. Let's welcome the poet himself, Majd. Good evening, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am fantastic, man. You know, when we had a talk offset, I've been noticing your tone, your voice is so subtle. You know, it's like it's ready to just drop some lines on me, like at any moment.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's just how I sound, I guess.
Amazing, amazing. Appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Majd. Obviously, we went over that. I study at Bahrain Polytechnic as a web media student.
Okay.
I have been writing poetry since I was around 12 or 13.
12.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's been like how long now?
I bet around 7 years. I think I'm 20 now.
Okay. Wow, 7 years writing poetry mostly in English?
Yes, English. Yeah.
Okay. So what got you into poetry?
Well, as a kid, I didn't really have a lot of ways to express myself, and I noticed that my older sister, I grew up in a house with older sisters, and she was very, very into writing her own poetry.
Okay.
And it's something that I kind of just picked up from her. And she encouraged me to go through with it, and 7 years later, we're here today.
Wow, wow, man, definitely. I mean, it's like pretty much going through some of your poems on social media, and it's like there's like some great stuff going on there. So can you tell us what inspires you to write something down? Like, is it a moment? Is it a feeling? What happens?
Well, I mean, it usually there's different levels to it, but
Okay.
usually what I really want to wait for is a feeling.
Okay.
Like I want to wait for a specific moment where I am feeling something very, very intense, and I
Okay.
think the best poetry comes out of that, out of intense emotions.
Wow, wow. And when it comes to poetry, right, it's constructing the words together, like weaving them together.
Yep.
So now, do you read a lot for you to construct the sentences? Do you have a dictionary ready for you at a moment? How do you put the words together?
How do I put the words together? Well, I would say I don't really, actually, surprisingly, don't consume a lot of poetry. The only poetry that I tend to read is from local poets that I've met and encountered here on the island.
Okay.
And I think what inspires me more is listening to music and just hearing from different people around me.
Okay. Okay, wow. So pretty much it's your surroundings all together. And
Yeah.
that pretty much, let's say subconsciously got you some like a little database right there, and whenever
Definitely.
it's ready, just shoot those words and put them together. How it makes you feel when you write a poem?
Well, it's kind of like if someone were to bottle up their emotions over time. This
Okay.
is definitely the release to that emotion. So it puts me at ease. It's always put me at ease. It is definitely a way I have found to calm myself down or even just focus a bit more.
Wow, wow. I mean, you know, I always find poetry a fascinating thing. It's just been always hard for me to actually put sentences together. So like right now, meeting a poet like yourself,
Yeah.
it's just fascinating because like sometimes I like to know, how do you think? How do you put your words together? Is it just natural, just like that?
I definitely think it's a muscle that you train like anything else. So the more that you write, the easier things become.
Right.
When I was starting out, I think it was a lot harder to kind of put things together, but eventually I had to stop taking myself so seriously and just let whatever was coming out come out.
Okay, well, you know, it's beautiful. So what kind of poetry do you focus on? Is it like comical a bit, expressive, romantic? Where do you see yourself mostly?
The categories I mostly find myself in are self-reflection,
Okay.
because it is a way that I've used to get in touch with myself and how I feel about certain things. It sometimes delves into romantic, but mostly self-reflection, I would say.
Okay, okay. So, how was the reception? Although you're doing it for yourself, I'm sure. Like, I would say, do you see it as a therapy at some point?
Yes, definitely. It is a way to work through all the emotions that I'm feeling at any given moment. It definitely helped when I was 13, and growing up, all those emotions and angst built up. It found its release.
Great, great. So, how has the reception been? Like, when you shared your poetry online.
So I don't exactly have a huge following, but the strangest thing is when strangers actually message me on my page directly and tell me like randomly very, very generous things about my poetry.
Okay.
And it is always a surprise, but a welcome one when someone comes up to me and compliments my work. And if it ever made them feel less alone, I think that's the most important thing.
Have you ever thought that pretty much this could be a thing for you, like maybe in the future, where it's right now it's a thing for you, like self-reflection, but do you think like in the future pretty much you're gonna go like more than that? You're gonna start writing for people?
Yeah, definitely, but I think I need to at least focus on what I know first and then maybe move forward to bigger things eventually down the line.
Okay, so where do you want to take this?
Hopefully, eventually, I do want to put together a collection of poetry and publish.
Okay, okay. Wow, like everything you've done or some like a new kind of work?
I would say roughly 50 to 60 of the best poems that I've ever written, just cram it into a book, publish.
Okay.
So,
okay, well, best of luck with that, definitely. We'll wait for that and just read it, at a coffee shop. It's like, I interviewed this guy. I know what you're talking about. Wow. So now, that being said, publishing book and all that, what kind of challenges does a poet like yourself go through when he writes his own poetry?
I think the biggest challenge that I have to come to terms with and kind of have to like knock myself on the head just to knock some sense into me is that not everything I write is going to be good. And the hardest thing is realizing that not everything you write has to be good either.
Okay.
There's so much pressure on people in general when they're creating art that they try to put out a masterpiece on the first try, but that's never going to happen.
Okay.
The important thing is to express yourself at any cost. It doesn't have to be something profound or something that could get you nominated for some kind of award. It just has to be something for you, I think.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite poem that you wrote?
See, I don't think I have a favorite poem that I've ever written. I feel like each of them kind of deals with their own emotions, and once they're out, they're out.
Okay.
But I will say that my favorite kind of poem to write is when it's about someone very close to me, whether it be family or friends. I enjoy writing about people because there is nothing more rewarding than seeing the looks on their faces when they read something written about them, very personally tailored to them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, man. I'm just like right now, I am genuinely fascinated with poetry. I read it from time to time. It's just that sometimes when it comes to me and I want to write, I just get like a mental block right there. It's how do they do this? How do they write? Yeah. So it's like meeting you right now. It's like, this is an eye opener. That's definitely it. Now, if you would give an advice to a person who wants to get into poetry, what would you gonna tell him?
I think the two things that I would say is that I would definitely say read poetry to see how the structure is, how to go over the various different kinds of rhyming schemes you can get to, and you can even choose to not rhyme. Some poetry is not rhyming, but the most important thing is to trust yourself, trust whatever it is that you feel about yourself, and to put it out there. We get caught up in this idea that everything has to be perfect, but it doesn't. It's just for you.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Definitely. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the advice. Now, do you have a mentor? Do you anybody you pretty much love his work when it comes to poetry?
No, I don't think I have a mentor when it comes to poetry, but I do think that my poetry definitely elevated in the past couple of years when I went to open mics and performed poetry in front of audiences.
Okay.
But the important part wasn't performing, it was watching other performers and seeing the local poets here and how they connected through their work. And I wanted to do the same thing.
Wow, wow. Loving everything you're saying right here, definitely. So any last words to your viewers?
Nothing really profound, just trust yourself.
Trust
And
yourself.
write as much as you can. It doesn't always have to be great.
Well, thank you so much for your words, and looking forward to see your performance on stage and just listening to your self-reflection. Much
Thank you for
appreciated.
having me.
Oh, definitely. It's been a pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Medj, and his beautiful journey in poetry all took place right here on Bahrain Now. You know what? Never get between me and the beats, cause oh my god, we are so into it. Here in the studio we have Ola Marhoon from Lola's Beats to talk to us about her beats business. Good evening, Ola, how are you?
Evening, I'm fine. What about you?
I am feeling great. Today is my first day to actually talk about beats.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
my first time ever, to be honest, so I'm excited to know about your craft and your business. But more, let's listen about you. Tell us more about you.
I'm 22 years old. I'm a Bahrain Polytechnic student. I
Okay.
study with media.
Okay.
Okay, I love art and music, and lately I've been into colors. I wasn't
Okay.
into colors, like I used to only like black, and now I'm into colors.
Like, you talking about like colors in general?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's it.
Okay, well, simply said, sometimes, simple words expresses a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And you love colors. I love that. And I love your color right now, it's so green, so candy to the eyes, soothing. Love that. So tell us about your beats business.
Well, it's a small online business. What I do is I try to create like customized pieces for every personality. So I try to have more than one style, like even if it's not my style.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like if you want something, like it depends on your mood, on your feelings.
Okay.
Like it's like feelings through accessories.
Huh, very interesting. So can you, like, pretty much depending on somebody's personality, you can customize the beats on their personality even?
I mean, if they like colors,
Okay.
if they're fun, if they like black stuff, like
Okay.
gold, stuff like this, hippie style.
Okay, so let me just give you a customization. Let me know what you think. Let's say a guy who happens to be a Bahrain TV presenter, right here on Bahrain TV.
Yeah.
He likes to have a conversation with people like yourself. What kind of beats would I have to go with?
I think colorful and fun, because you're
Colorful and fun.
sociable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Which one of these would be a good fit, or they're not available here right now?
The blue one suits guys, like it's more like it can suit guys and girls, I guess, maybe.
Okay.
But
okay.
the one with the happy faces.
That's for my daughter, maybe. I'll just give that to her. So tell us about the craft itself. Can you, like, I would love to talk about this if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So let's see this.
I actually made this for myself.
Please explain then. So now.
I was making like friendship bracelets with my cousin. So she made this for herself, and I made
Okay.
this for myself.
So-
Like I helped her do this, and I did this.
You've done this today?
No, on Friday.
Friday, well,
Yeah.
not long ago.
Yeah.
So what kind of stones do you use?
I use beads, like plastic beads, clay beads, and these are natural stones, but I'm not really sure because I get them online. So,
They are natural stones, believe us.
yeah. So I just get them because they're pretty. But
Okay.
hopefully in the future I want to add crystals to my designs.
Crystals, ooh,
Yeah.
getting a little bit more elegant there, huh? Just like for customized VIPs, maybe?
It would be more personalized because crystals can be like for your personality,
Okay.
like depending on your sign and stuff like this.
All right. All right. So what, all is beautiful and pretty, but what really got you into, what do you call the beads craft?
The beads craft. I
The
don't
art
know,
of
it's
beads?
just fun.
Okay.
I don't call it anything,
Well,
to be honest. What got me into it, as I said, I love art and I love visual things and colors.
Colors, yeah, there's a lot of colors
Okay.
happening here.
I'm trying to love colors, and it was kind of random. I was just going through Pinterest and I saw some really pretty designs,
Okay.
and I already love jewelry, so
All right.
I just decided that I want to try to do it for myself and for others.
Okay, great. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for doing that, for making that happen. Do you have other kind of arts you're involved in, or is this pretty much what you're focusing on right
I
now?
started painting since COVID started.
Okay.
So yeah, I love painting. That's it. I also love handcrafts.
Handcrafts.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like DIY stuff, like for room decor and stuff like this.
well, that came in handy with the beads, right?
I
So-
mean, I also want to make in the future, I want to make curtains with beads and charms, and that would be
Oh.
nice. Yeah.
How long do you think that's gonna take you to get one curtain done? Like, let's say a 2 meters, 2 by
I think it would take
4?
me a day if I
a
just
day.
yeah, if I was just into it. If I didn't stop doing it, I multitask a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, it would take me a day if I don't stop.
Wow, wow. You're pretty much talented, that's for sure. You're very talented.
Thank you.
So how has the reception been?
What reception?
Oh, people, when they saw your beats.
Oh, my friends are so supportive. Most of my orders are for my friends.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and I just started on Instagram, so the orders are not much on Instagram, but from the people I know, there are a lot.
Huh,
Yeah.
huh, interesting. So where do you see your business taking off?
I really want to grow my business. As I said, I want to make crystals and stuff like this. I don't want to stop because it's just fun to make stuff for people, and I feel so happy when I see it on them. And
Wow.
when they like it, especially.
Well, definitely you could have an extra customer here. Something for my daughter. She likes Hello Kitty. But
Oh, I'm getting new Hello Kitty charms soon.
lucky me. She's been nagging
But you
on
can
me.
take any of these, not this though, or this, because they're customers,
thank
for
you.
customers.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So now you're having this business. When did you decide that you want to make this a business?
Oh, 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah, I
Wow.
just started and made the logo and the Instagram business and started it.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. What kind of challenges do you face when you actually get into the craft of beading or the art of beading?
Oh, uni, because I also have a lot of stuff to do.
Mm.
I just took an extension today.
Oh, well, thank
Yeah.
you for that. And big shout out to you for making
I
this
was
happen.
already feeling tired, so that's why. And I hope my tutor doesn't see this.
Don't worry. Even if they
And
did,
this-
they would be proud of you. Your tutor, she's amazing. Give her an A.
I wish. Okay. And other than uni, well, I have a cat at home.
Okay, keeping you busy.
No, she loves the chains, and so it's dangerous to do it in front of her.
Okay, okay. So, now, right now, I think you're one of the few people that we actually interviewed who are master at the art of beads. If a person like me, say, or my daughter, or anybody else as well, who just like to do pretty stuff like these, what is your advice?
Oh, I would say don't compare yourself to other people, and always look for inspirations from other people's work.
Okay.
Don't compare yourself, but look through designs, and it doesn't always have to be from the same genre. It doesn't have to be beads.
Mm,
You can just look at colors.
okay.
I say colors a lot. Okay, you can just look at nature.
Mm.
How the color fit together, and you can use them in your beads.
Wow, wow. Well,
And
thank
trust the
you.
process.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Oh, would definitely do that. And
That's what I've been telling myself. just trust the process.
Just trust the process, make it
Yeah.
happen. Well, thank you so much for bringing your beautiful, colorful energy to us right here on Bahrain Now. Much appreciated, and it's been a really interesting talk, if I may say.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, definitely.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too.
Well, we too actually, with this beautiful outlook.
Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, through the colorful world of Ola right here took place with an interview on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach us out on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Bara Abdallah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.